Dog therapy. Dog therapy for cancer patients. Dog therapy everywhere, I hope. Megan Nutbean joins us, Manager of Pet Therapy and Community Programs with Lort Smith. Megan, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Raf.
Pet therapy in a cancer patient, what would that involve?
Well, I mean, at Peter Mac, our Lort Smith pet therapy teams go in and spend a couple of hours, and they just go around to different wards, I suppose, and just bring some relief from distraction from what people are going through. They're very popular there. They tend to find it hard to leave at the end of their shifts, but I suppose it's providing comfort to people who are in pain, who are distressed, but also to their family members and to the staff who are working, in stressful environments to provide the care.
I was listening actually to a radio story on AM the other day. There was I think it was a therapy dog at one of the emergency departments.
Yeah.
What is the perfect dog for dog therapy? Like, is there a good breed?
Oh, look, it's not really about the breed. It's more about the temperament, and look, most dogs probably aren't really suitable for pet therapy work. But the kind of dog we look for is the one that when it sees a stranger coming along the street, its whole butt is wheeling with excitement at just the thought of that new person giving them a pat. So it's just a dog that genuinely loves meeting new people and getting affection from new people. So that's like the thing that you can't really change. That's they either have it or they don't. And then I suppose the other main thing is they have to be pretty chilled out. So there's a lot going on in a busy hospital, as you can imagine. So they have to be...
I'm sorry to interrupt, Megan, because
Yes.
I'm spotting a side hustle, but I think I'm going to fail, okay? So I just want to know, this is a completely self-interested question.
Yep.
Sapphire, the golden retriever, who people now know about, is about 6 and a bit.
Yep.
She goes up to everybody in the park, everybody, without fail. But she gets a bit excited, a lot of bum wiggling. But she'll sit, and as long as people pat her and scratch her under the chin, she'll just sit there, and she'll just loves it. She's a complete love feedback generator. But she gets a bit excited. So is this the right dog, or is she too excitable?
Well, it sort of depends on how excitable. She sounds like the perfect dog in many ways, and sometimes those. I suppose what we do is we try and match the dog with the facility. So, for example, we go into youth justice, and there that a lot more, that excitable energy and stuff kind of works really well because the kids get really excited and really happy.
So, do you take dogs into like Malmesbury Youth Justice Centre and places like that?
We go into Parkville. We don't go into Malmesbury.
Right. Okay, similar though, right?
Yeah, okay. Exactly. So we do lots of work with vulnerable young people, and obviously residential aged care in a lot of hospitals. It's there's so many people that stand to benefit from the magic of that human-animal bond, really.
How many therapy dogs have you got?
We usually have around 100. So it's
100.
100, yeah. So it's volunteers with their own pet dogs.
Right.
And
so I could volunteer?
Please, we would love you to. Yeah, we'll sign you up tomorrow.
This is my sort of community work, taking a dog to be patted by other people. Right.
It's the best fun. Our volunteers are amazing and they love it. So, yeah. So, and I suppose, it's as much about the person as well, because the dog's often just a social enabler, and it's as much about what the human half of the team brings to that interaction as it is about the dog. So, I
might fail there.
Oh, I think you're pretty well qualified.
Never know what to say.
Yeah.
Someone's texted this. My wife is a nurse at Peter Mac and loves Matilda, the therapy border collie. Completely brightens up her day.
Oh, that's beautiful.
How many, I'm sort of hearing more and more stories about dog therapy. How many groups like yours are there? How many hospitals have their own? What's the extent of it around Australia, do you think?
Look, it's still in its early stages in Australia. So there's a lot more demand than there are services available, sadly, in Melbourne, where we don't get any funding. So we're sort of all privately or rely on private donations. So we're limited to what we can provide, and we just get constant requests from organisations wanting to introduce it. So there's probably only really us, Lort Smith Pet Therapy and Delta, that provide it on a bigger scale. But, more and more organisations are sort of looking at introducing their own programs, and there's different kinds. You have facility pets where they go home with staff at the end of the day and that sort of thing. So there's lots of different ways that you can bring animals in. So